Right, yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel now. Today is the big one. Wrexham take on Manchester United in a pre-season friendly in San Diego on Wednesday in front of a sold out 35,000 Snapdragon Stadium. Now, I've already tried to record this video once, but the microphone wasn't plugged in, which I'm absolutely gutted about. So yeah, we're back for another match preview today, and it's the Red Dragons versus the Red Devils. But before we get any further in today's video, if you could get down there and click the subscribe button, that would obviously mean a lot to me. We're going for 20,000 subscribers. It is in touching distance away. We're just over 1,000 subscribers away, so if you could help out, make sure to get down there, click the subscribe button, and let's go for 350 likes on today's preview. As we know, it's going to be a really good test for us on Wednesday against Manchester United. Now, if you don't know already, Erik Ten Haag has said that Manchester United are going to field a mainly based youth team consisting of youth players, so that's what we can expect. We can expect to see a lot of their younger players featuring and starting in this game. Obviously, a lot of these young players will be eager to show Erik Ten Haag what they are about ahead of the Premier League season. They're going to be doing everything they can to hopefully get a spot in that first team this year, so it's not going to be easy. They're going to be hungry and they're going to come out with a big performance. And obviously Manchester United are facing Real Madrid the following day, so it's understandable why Ten Haag is going to field a youth team. But having said that, it is looking likely that two senior players will definitely make an appearance in this friendly, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But before that, we're going to be starting off with the team news coming from Wrexham AFC. Now, it looks like we're going to be following the trend that we have set in the previous two pre-season friendlies, which obviously is we're going to be starting our strongest team for the first half against Manchester United, and then obviously we switch maybe halfway through the second half or at half time, obviously like we saw against LA Galaxy. Second team, we did bring everyone off in around the 65th minute after our third goal. I think that was because obviously LA Galaxy aren't half the team that Manchester United are. It was a slightly lower quality opposition, which isn't anything to take away from LA Galaxy, but I think what is going to happen is we're going to switch teams at half time because obviously Manchester United are a lot better side. So yeah, what you can expect to see in this friendly is obviously two completely different teams in both halves. Now we're going to be talking about if there's any injuries in the Wrexham camp, and I can confirm that there is one main player that is going to be out injured, and it's not just for these friendlies, it's for the start of the League 2 season, and that is our centre-back Jordan Tunnicliffe. Now, Parky has confirmed that he will miss the start of the Sky Bet League 2 season, which is obviously is a shame. This is where you do think our depth in that centre-back role is definitely going to come in handy. Obviously, we've got Max Cleworth, Aaron Hayden, Owen O'Connell, Ben Tozer, Will Boyle, you name it. We've got plenty of players that can fill in that role that Jordan Tunnicliffe will have played, which, yeah, is a shame that he's going to miss this, and obviously he won't play any part in the two remaining pre-season games, but it's all about getting him back full fit. And a few of our fans were concerned after the LA Galaxy DOS game, and that was because Paul Mullin looked injured after he scored his goal. It doesn't look like it's anything serious. Obviously he came off as soon as the goal was scored, so we didn't really get to see him in action after that, and we didn't get to know if the injury was slightly serious. But in the post-match interview, he looked fine. He looked like he was raring to go for the Manchester United game, so I'm expecting Paul Mullin to lead the line against Man United, and that the injury that looked like he sustained wasn't anything serious. And for our Manchester United fans watching this, I'm going to be giving one player that you should watch out for in the Wrexham team ahead of this game, and that is no other than our wing-back Ryan Barnett. Now, I think he's impressed not only me but thousands of other Wrexham fans in this pre-season camp so far. Obviously really impressing in that game against Chelsea, where he did obviously face off against multi-million-pound signing Ben Chilwell, and I think he did really well in that. Did really well taking on his man, using his pace, a couple of nice 1-2s, and then obviously drives forward, uses his pace, gets the cross into the box. He did a couple of good crosses, but unfortunately there was no one on the end of it. So like I said, he loves to take on the opposing wing back with pace. He uses his speed really well, and his crossing ability is absolutely magnificent. Obviously we saw it last season, most notably against Boreham Wood, when he put that cross in for Elliot Lee's header. But yeah, like I said, he loves to get across in the box, and for any Manchester United fans watching this, he is the man to look out for. Keep an eye for Barney on that right hand side. I don't know whether he'll play the first or the second half, but you'll be able to see him in action and see what he's all about. But yeah, Barnett is one that's thoroughly impressed a lot of Wrexham fans so far in the USA. And the player to look out for Manchester United, I have gone for Isaac Hansen Aaron. Now the youth Norway international is my pick. The playmaking attacking midfielder has had a really solid pre-season camp with Manchester United so far, most notably doing really well in that Leeds game. So yeah, like I said, expect to see him playing in that attacking midfielder role, expect to see him on the ball a lot, carrying the ball forward, looking for that pass, just really being that playmaker that Manchester United fans believe he is. So yeah, he's the one to look out for me. And one I'm also interested in seeing is striker Joe Hugel. Now, I'm going to keep a really close eye on Hugel just because last season, if you don't know, he was loaned out to National League side Altrincham, where he did only score 1 goal in 8 games coming away at York City on his debut, I believe, as well. So yeah, this is the man I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does against our backline, because you may think 1 goal in 8 games isn't really good enough for a striker that's currently on loan from Man United, but I think the motive behind his loan to Altrincham was obviously to get experience in the men's game. No better place to do it than playing in non-league. It's a rough league. He'll have gained experience and then obviously gone back to Man United. So it's really good for him. And obviously that was the main benefit coming back to Manchester United. So I'm really intrigued to see how he does do against our back line, of which will most likely be Hayden, Tozer and Will Boyle. Now I'm going to be giving my score prediction. Now this is a tough one to call. Obviously you've got Manchester United's team, which will obviously only be used to be playing players that are their age, 19, 20, 21 years of age, and then obviously you've got Wrexham, who are obviously a proper men's team. Obviously Manchester United will have gained experience in the Papa John's Trophy, but that's only for 2 or 3 games a season, so this is going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see how they do in this game in San Diego. I think it's the definition of men versus boys, but there's obviously no real favourites going into this game, and I think Manchester United players, like I said before, will be eager to show Ten Hag what they're all about. They're going to want to play to the best of their ability, because obviously the Premier League season is just around the corner and they're going to want to be being in that squad ahead of that season. And I mean, wouldn't it be great as a Wrexham fan to say those words? We have beaten Manchester United in San Diego, more specifically in America. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, like I said. It's not going to be like LA Galaxy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. They're going to give us a really good game, and I'm looking forward to it. Plenty of youth on show for Manchester United, players that could possibly be some of the world's best players in a couple of years' time. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in this game, and obviously on the Wrexham end of things, how will we do? It's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to really enjoy watching it, and if you are planning on watching it, you can catch it on MUTV Manchester United. I think you have to download the app, or you can do it on Google, and if you're in America, you can watch it on ESPN. It is being streamed on live television. But going on to the prediction, it's impossible to call. I'm sure if I gave a score prediction for this one, I would definitely be way off. And I bet you're thinking, why haven't I said much on our opposition, Manchester United? That is because we have got Owen from United View TV to give us an insight on what we can expect from Manchester United going into this game. If you're interested on how they'll set up, the players to look out for, and just an overall insight into how they are going to set and play against us on Wednesday morning, and what we can expect as a Wrexham fan, you'll enjoy watching the clip to come.
Hey guys, it's Owen from United View. Hope everyone is doing very well. And I thought I'd give you a bit of an update, a bit of a preview as to what you Wrexham fans can expect from Manchester United this week. Of course, they're facing off at Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California. And if you're hoping and expecting to see the glitz and the glamour of the Manchester United first team stars, you're going to be a bit disappointed, because actually United have 2 games back-to-back this week. They've got Wrexham at Snapdragon Stadium in California, and then the very next day, they've got Real Madrid in Houston, Texas. So because of this, it's actually going to be the majority of the younger players, the academy players that you're going to see facing off against Wrexham in California. Now, Erik Ten Haag, the Manchester United manager, named a 31-man first-team squad for this tour of the United States. It included the likes of Radek Vitek, Alvaro Fernandez, Kobbie Mainoo, Dan Gore, Amari Forson. They were included, and they are set to be involved against Wrexham. Maybe not Kobbie Mainoo, considering how impressive he has been. He started against Arsenal at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey over the weekend, a match that Manchester United won, so maybe Kobbie Mainoo won't be involved. One person that is going to be involved is Charlie McNeil, and this was actually quite surprising for the academy striker, because he was actually absent from the friendlies against Leeds and Lyon in Oslo and Edinburgh, respectively. He has travelled. He wasn't actually included in either of those squads prior to this US tour because he was expected to be going out on loan. That still might happen, but they need bodies, they need players, and it's an opportunity to play in front of a big crowd in the United States, so he's going to be travelling as well. Some other youth players that are going to be playing and have travelled for it is Marc Jurado. He's been linked with a move back to Barcelona. The fullback, Isaac Haran-Aron, who's also a big prospect for Manchester United in the future. He's a Norway player, and I think he's even on the periphery of the Norway international squad at the moment. You've got Maxi Odedelli, Toby Collier, Shola Shoreteri, who was out on loan at Bolton last season. Noam Emeran, who really stole the headlines recently in a match against Leeds in Oslo as well. He scored a goal and got an assist. The other person that scored a goal in that game was Joe Hugel. He's also going to be playing. So again, it's largely going to be the younger players, the academy players. There's a possibility there might be a fringe player that gets an opportunity, someone like maybe a Donny van der Beek, that's rumoured to be going out permanently for Manchester United this summer. He's been linked to several moves and several clubs across Europe. There might be a goalkeeping situation, maybe Dean Henderson, you never know. He's been linked to Nottingham Forest. He is out on the tour at the moment, so there is a chance possibly he could be involved in that game, but it's very unlikely that we're going to see any real senior players in there unless they're really on the periphery, and there's not really any update as to their transfer situation right now. So largely, you're going to be seeing the kids, you're going to be seeing the academy players at Snapdragon Stadium. The one senior player that you are going to be seeing is Johnny Evans. Yes, Johnny Evans is back at Manchester United. He signed a short-term contract recently. Initially, he came in just to do some pre-season training, just to improve his fitness ahead of finding a new club after leaving Leicester at the end of last season after they were relegated from the Premier League. But amid a lot of confusion as to the Manchester United centre-back options at the moment, particularly the futures of the likes of Harry Maguire, there is a possibility that Johnny Evans could actually sign a longer-term contract at Manchester United, possibly to the end of the season. So as of right now, his contract is just to play some pre-season games. He played, obviously, against Lyon in Edinburgh, and now he's going to be playing against Wrexham in California, but you never know. So Johnny Evans has come back home, so he's probably going to be the most experienced player there. As far as a prediction, it's going to be difficult because, of course, we're playing the academy players, and Wrexham now back in the Football League. There's a possibility they've got some quality. So I'm still going to back my team. I'm still going to go with 2-1, but I think it's going to be a really interesting game, and I'm really excited to see not only Wrexham, but I'm also really excited to see these Manchester United youngsters. Be sure to check out United View if you're interested in Manchester United content. We're covering all things in the Manchester United pre-season tour of the United States, or if you're inclined for some good football chat, you can pop along and check it out there as well. And of course, may the best team win at the Snapdragon Stadium.
So yeah, that is it from today's video. Big thank you for Owen for sending over his preview. You can check out everything in the links in the description, and he said on the end of his preview. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to drop a like, obviously, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 20k, like I've said, so if you could get down there, and if you're new watching this video, make sure to get down there, click the subscribe button down below, and let's see if we can get 19k before the start of the season. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a test, but as always, up the town, and I will see you in the next video.